Hello, everyone. How are you guys all doing here? This is Reganelite here on the eve of a new year here. This is a premiere video. Sorry, this is not live, but, well, unfortunately, I couldn't be here. I couldn't be here tonight on New Year's Eve, but I wanted to do a little something here for you guys as we head into 2026. I wanted to give you a little something here, a bit of a laughter, as we did on the Christmas Eve, which I really enjoyed that show. I had such a fun show, and I wanted to do something for the new year for you guys, at least, before we go into 2026. I have lots of things planned for 2026 here on this channel, and I'm so excited to be doing over the course of the next couple of months here, and I'll be sharing them. I'll be sharing them as time goes on with you guys. But here tonight, here on New Year's Eve, this is actually being recorded a day beforehand, but you don't need to know that. But I won't actually be here. But if you guys want to leave comments down below, I'll definitely check out the comments down below. And of course, if you want to financially support me in any way, shape, or form, you can buy me a coffee and join the Patreon. One of those two options, they'll be linked in the description as well if you guys want to support me in any way, shape, or form as well from those perspectives. But I hope you guys enjoy tonight's show. We've got a bunch of funny videos, guys. No good news, good stories, just loads of funny stuff, guys. Bunch of funny videos and some funny news to go through here. Once again, I've incurred the wrath of Daisy by stealing her content from the Friday evening shows here. And we're going to start here with some very important news from News Thump, guys. Got quite a few varieties of them here. So let's just dive straight into it here. So here it is, guys, asking a very important question here from News Thump. Is that it then? Ask the nation spoiled children. That's right, guys. British, these kids these days, these English, these Welsh, these Scottish, these Northern Irish kids, they always ask for more. When you get to the end of all the gifts that they get, they expect more. They're so greedy. It's unbelievable, guys. How many of you have kids here where they get grumpy after you've given them 10,000 gifts, but you just didn't give enough gifts? So many. They're very, very spoilt for sure, guys. As adults return to work following the festive period, children across the nation have today asked if a year of good behaviour is really worth a couple of days playing with toys they're already bored of. That's a good question. So, after a year of financial difficulty for many families, budget has been stretched to give frankly ungrateful children a series of overpriced plastic novelty items that have already been discarded forever. 7-year-old Tarkin Compson James told us, Santa has let me down. Frankly, I don't buy all this physical responsibility rubbish. All year long, my parents have told me that Santa was watching me to make sure I was well behaved, and so I was. Yet all I got was a PS5, an electric scooter, a football goal, some Transformers, a Spider-Man, a remote control car, and about a dozen other things I haven't even opened yet. But they're all rubbish and I just know it. I know. I mean, like, getting a PS5 instead of an Xbox, that's just terrible there. An electric scooter instead of a normal one, so you can actually put your effort into it. A football goal instead of something for cricket. Transformers, well, you know, that's past its sell-by date, that show. Spider-Man, what's wrong with, you should have gone with Iron Man instead. A remote control car, should have been a remote controlled speedboat instead, my personal opinion. Yeah, I mean, there were lots of better options they could have gotten there. I'm just, I don't, that's just me. I have to tell you, a year spending fighting my natural urge to behave like an out-of-control psychopathic shit really doesn't seem worth it. I can get that. Parents groups have defended the commercialization of the holiday, claiming the threat of Santa seeing them is the only thing stopping the brutes turning every home into a modern reenactment of the Lord of the Flies. And you don't want to know what that looks like, guys. Concerned parent Sharon Williams said, for the last few years, my standard disciplinary tactics has been to simply shout, Santa is taking notes, you know. But if the kids don't appreciate the tat I buy at them after the threats, where is my leverage? No, you don't understand. My kids are evil and I'm generally frightened where this will all end. One parent has told us next year I'm going to hire a hypnotist to make my kids think that they've had all these great presents and then they are already bored of them. It will be much, much cheaper. I think so. I think that's an option that they should consider. Yeah, hypnotist to make them believe, have them believe that the toys will be much, much better here. I think that's definitely something they should seriously consider because they have been nothing but frustration for sure, guys. There's been nothing but utmost frustration indeed, guys. I really do. It's just been a torrid time there, and my headset is caught on the chair there. What a great timing as well. I know, it's just absolutely torrid time for parents out there. I mean, who can blame them? It's just been absolutely diabolical, guys. But you know what is been diabolical? You know, for Donald Trump, he's had to put up with this whole Epstein scandal, guys. But don't worry, we've got some breaking news from Larry and Paul, guys. Apparently, the Epstein scandal is now over. Can you believe it? It's now over, guys. Well, I suppose we better let Larry and Paul take it away then.
Welcome to Broken News. Some news just in: the Jeffrey Epstein controversy has come to an end, and it looks like no one powerful is involved in any way whatsoever.
Okay.
Broken News understands it was all a hoax after all, and it's now time to move on. For more on this, let's cross to our reporter, Dick Windows. Dick, what you saying?
It's over. After years of hearsay, conjecture, rumours and verified hard evidence, it turns out there is nothing more to report on the Jeffrey Epstein controversy after all. The well has run dry. The news comes as President Trump says there is actually no such thing as the Jeffrey Epstein client list anyway, and he's not on it either, even though it doesn't exist. But if it did, his name isn't on it, but it doesn't, and therefore it isn't.
Okay.
Among those who are now confirmed not nonces are evil Victorian slimy pantomime vampire Peter Mandelson, craggy old sex-addicted dangly bollocks Bill Clinton, and we have yet to hear if there has been any change in the nonce status of Prince Andrew. Of course, if there's any suggestion at all he might be a royal teddy-bombing, bulbous, snobby bastard, plum-faced pedo wanker, Broken News will update you. We understand that some people named in this story simply forgot to stop being best buds and hanging out with Epstein after his conviction for child sex offences. An easy mistake to make, I'm sure you'll agree, David.
Oh God, yeah.
Others even accidentally spent months working on massive business deals with Epstein after he was outed as a child rapist. But it's become clear that accidents do happen.
Not their fault?
Not their fault, exactly. Well, the end of this story will come as a relief to many people across the globe who'd started to get a little bit concerned that a bunch of incredibly powerful people had been systematically using their power, money and influence to carry out and then cover up years-long sex trafficking and abuse. Those fears can now be put to rest, and Mandelson's been sacked anyway, so that's definitely the end of it all. Of course, Mr. Epstein himself took his own life by strangling himself to death with gloved hands, then hanging himself before later deleting some CCTV to preserve his own dignity, in a move that many say proves his innocence. Back to you.
Glad that's all cleared up now, Dick. Thank you. What a lovely story. That's all from Broken News. You're up to date.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. There we are, guys. There we go. Broken news. Just verifying that the Epstein scandal is officially over. There it is, guys. You couldn't be more clearer than that there. But I'm so glad Larry and Paul there were happily there to clear up any nonsense over it whatsoever, guys. Very, very important that it was cleared up indeed there, of course. Very, very important indeed there. Oi, I'm going to be putting this back on and off for quite a few times, guys. So let's go to our next story, because it's another very important story here, guys. A very impromptu one. It was apparently this one was a couple of weeks ago, but I do think it's important to share with you guys here. So apparently the White House confirms that Trump's impromptu visit to Walter Reed's Hospital was to receive Dementia Test of the Year award. Wow, he got Dementia Test of the Year award. Wow, what an incredible achievement for Donald Trump. Dementia Test of the Year award. I mean, I think I couldn't be more delighted for the President of the United States to receive such a highly something reward. I'm sorry, my mind just seems to be going a little bit there. I don't know what it is, but Donald Trump is always up for getting free awards. Any kind of golden trophy or anything like that. Really does speak a lot to him. So, absolutely fantastic award for the President of the United States. So the White House has confirmed that President Donald Trump's rumored surprise, unannounced visit to Walter Reed National Military Medical Center was not, as fake news losers speculated, for medical reasons, but to collect what aides are calling the most prestigious conservative honor in human history. Wow. So, speaking to reporters while smiling with the intensity of someone being paid to do so, the press secretary Caroline Leavitt explained that Trump had been invited to the hospital to receive the annual Dementia Test of the Year award, absolutely dominating his routine cognitive screening this year. Fantastic news. Doctors were blown away, Leavitt said. We've never seen someone ace a dementia test so hard. One doctor actually stood up and clapped. Another reportedly wept. Wow. If only there was footage to verify this, guys. It would have been amazing to see. According to Leavitt, Trump completed the test in record-breaking time, naming animals, recalling words, and identifying basic shapes with strength, confidence, and incredible masculinity. Incredible masculinity, guys. He didn't just remember the words, she added. He remembered them better than they were originally given. Really? Wow. Rumours that the visit was hastily arranged due to concerns about Trump's health were dismissed as disgraceful and clearly written by people who have never won any medical awards whatsoever. Exactly. Like, what do they know? They've never won a medical award before. This wasn't a test to see if the president was okay, Leavitt insisted. This was doctors asking, sir, how are you? This okay? Yeah, that's exactly what they were saying, guys. Sources close to the administration claim Trump was immediately offered several additional honours, including Best Brain in the Room, the Most Stable Genius, the clinical edition, and an honorary doctorate to Thinking Very Good. Wow, he got the Thinking Very Good one. That's quite an honorary one, yeah, within the medical distinction there. Trump later addressed the award himself, telling reporters he had the best dementia, adding, other people take the test and they struggle. I take the test and they say, no, sir, has ever taken the test like this before. The White House confirmed the president is now expected to make similar unscheduled hospital visits across the country, as people keep insisting on giving him awards for being brilliant. Fantastic! That's absolutely fantastic, guys. I mean, you know, you couldn't ask for more. All these awards that he got for being there, guys, you know. Best Brain in the Room, Stable Genius Edition, and the clinically Thinking Very Good, and Dementia Test of the Year Award. I mean, what a fantastic achievement for President Donald Trump. I'm sure many people will be extremely delighted of hearing the Orange Tangerine being given these awards, guys. I could not be more happier for him there. I mean, you know, it was definitely nothing to do with a checkup on his health a few weeks ago. Definitely not, guys. Let's just be absolutely clear. It was definitely not because of that. It's definitely not. Oh, hang on a second, guys. I'm just getting a call from somebody. Okay. What's that, Ollie? Oh, okay. It looks like there's a calling on the radio, guys. Some guy from Portsmouth is calling in. Yeah, I suppose we could hear what he has to say there. Yeah, let's hear what he has to say. Yeah, I mean, you always get these people calling in. Let's just hear what this guy's got to say on certain things. You know, you always get these random callers, but let's just hear him out, I suppose.
Colin from Portsmouth is on the line. Hello, Colin.
I am disgusted, Anthony. Absolutely disgusted.
Yeah.
I know we're not supposed to speculate,
But you're going to speculate. You're going to do some good speculating, aren't you, Colin?
But too bloody right I am. It was the migrants, obviously.
It was the migrant. What was the migrants, Colin? I've missed this. What are you speculating about here? What's happened?
Well, nothing. I'm just practicing for when the next thing kicks off, and it is all the fault of the migrants.
You're practicing
I
for
see.
future events. Hang on. What if this future outrage is not the fault of the migrants, though, Colin? What then?
It's always the fault of the migrants, even when it isn't.
But sorry, Colin. We don't even know what's happened yet. There isn't an event, is there?
That's exactly what they want you to think, Anthony.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing's happened. Everyone calm down. Classic cover-up.
Sorry, a cover-up of what? Am I covering up the lack of the cover-up here?
Of the thing that hasn't happened yet. You wait. By tea time, someone will be calling for an inquiry, and I'll be the only one saying, told you so.
Sorry, just to be clear, Colin, you're furious about an imaginary incident that you've made up in your own head. You don't know what happened, but you've already chosen your villains, and it's definitely the migrants, is it?
I call it being prepared, mate.
Yeah.
Britain used to prepare for war. Now we can't even prepare for outrage. I demand action before the event takes place. Preemptive outrage.
Well, that would be a lot quicker. You want the government to condemn something that hasn't yet occurred or might not even occur.
Yes, for once, let's get ahead of the headlines. They do it on Minority Report, and that's a film.
You want to be Tom Cruise. You're basically Portsmouth Tom Cruise. Is that what you're saying, Colin?
If that's what it takes, then I'll
Yeah.
do it. Yes, I will become Tom Cruise. That's how much I love my country. Anyway, mate, thanks for having me on. Love to the family.
Love to the family, Colin. Love to the family.
Why are my hands so little?
Colin from
Yeah, why is your hand so little, Colin? That's a very good question. But absolutely, getting ahead of the curve, ready to blame anything that goes wrong, guys, because let's be clear, when something goes wrong, it's definitely the migrants. We have to blame the migrants. We can't use logic, we can't use common sense. We're not allowed to use these things. We have to blame everything. If you trip and fall over, it's a migrant. If you miss getting into work on time, it's the migrants. If you got arrested for drunken disorderly behaviour, it's the migrants. If you didn't get that doctor's appointment, it's a migrant's fault. You have to keep blaming everything on migrants because obviously they are the fault of everything here. Oh wait, you're a bit short of change when it comes to buying your shopping? Blame the migrants. This is the analogy that they're trying to sink into your head. Well, I'll let you guys decide on that one. Speaking of indecisive things, guys, you know what? There could be some. There's quite some. Freedom of speech is really important, guys. Freedom of speech is really important. I think this one here, this very interesting article from News Thump is very, very fascinating, to say the least here. I've got to keep taking this off every single time, aren't I? Yes, I will. I am. So, misogynistic incels furious at the government for taking steps that could potentially eradicate their kind. I mean, can you believe this, guys? They're looking to eradicate misogynistic people. Eradicate them from the faces of Earth. I mean, it would just be an absolute audacity here. We need to be looking after all people. We need to be looking after all different kinds of people, including the misogynistic incels. They're going to be eradicated. They're going to be exterminated. Got to feel for these people, guys. You got to feel for them. The online incel community has taken a break from blaming women for their ongoing failures in life to issue a collective tantrum over the government's attempts to eradicate misogyny in young men, insisting that just because incel culture is a toxic, rage-filled echo chamber, that doesn't mean it should be destroyed. Okay. Well, let's hear them out. Teachers will be given training to spot and tackle misogyny in the classrooms, while high-risk pupils could be sent on behavioural courses as part of the government's strategy to halve violence against women and girls in the next decade. The announcement has drawn criticism from misogynistic incels for its harmfully realistic descriptions of their forms, beliefs, fashion choices, and suspiciously dim lighting. Why is it always the dim lighting? Answer me this! It's a hit job, says one Reddit user, who goes by the username Dark Mage of Truth 99. We're not all emotionally stunt keyboard warriors with zero social skills and a victim complex of the size of a moon who happens to blame women for our failures and then take it out on them in the real world. Some of us also use samurai swords. Incel influencers, yes, apparently that's a thing, have called for a protect against the government. Although one leading influencer admitted he couldn't set up the petition because his mum changed the Wi-Fi password after he called her a femoid. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Mum changing the password without consent. Absolutely disgraceful. The government is painting us as dangerous, angry, isolated, and entirely incapable of self-reflection, one forum post read. Which is deeply offensive because it's completely accurate. The government, meanwhile, stands by its plans. We're proud to shine a light on the harmful effects of toxic misogynistic views and the online spaces that develop them. Also, we didn't expect the people who proudly call themselves involuntary celebrities to be this sensitive. Well, it's certainly a fascinating story indeed, guys. I do feel a tiny bit for misogynistic incels because they are going to be eradicated from history. But, times and change, and I guess at the end of the day, you've just got, there's some species just need to be wiped out, and unfortunately, this group of species is not going to last long, especially with the government with this plan here, guys. So all we can say is rest in peace to all the misogynistic incels, and it is what it is. I'm afraid, guys, it is what it is. I get it. People, I get the frustration. I get the anger. I understand people want more, and it's I know it's not perfect. I know. Well, sometimes the government's got to do what it's got to do, and, they're not going to please everyone. They're never going to please everyone. I think we can all accept that here. But one thing we should definitely be able to do is we need to lower our expectations, guys. I think, for too much, we have too high of expectations on things. And I really do think we just need to just lower the expectations. Because if we don't lower the expectations, guys, it's going to get too much for us. We really should learn to just lower your expectations. Just lower them, guys. Just lower them. I've done it again, haven't I? Sausages. Keep doing that again. Yeah. Let's just lower our expectations, guys.
Welcome to Broken News. People in the UK who have a salaried job and expect a half-decent quality of life, like in the olden days, are being told to grow up and get at least 3 more jobs. The message comes from self-appointed lifestyle guru and hereditary peer, Baroness Arabella de Chauncey Trevelyan St John Smythe. Our reporter has more.
Time was, up until roughly the 1980s, a family with a sole breadwinner could comfortably afford a decent house, a modest car, and support a growing family. But for reasons that Broken News is not going to bother investigating, that dream is now absolutely dead, and people are being told by the super rich to drastically lower their expectations, which seems totally reasonable. One of the country's richest people, and therefore someone we should really listen to, Baroness Arabella says she thinks that people should just get off their stained council house sofas and bloody work, and that she learned valuable lessons after starting a bespoke lobbying firm, an equine wellness retreat, a central London art gallery, and a modelling agency in Dubai, all with less than £5 million in seed funding from her parents. And while all those businesses failed without impacting on her family's wealth thanks to a government bailout, her words are being backed up by one of Britain's most respected businessmen. Private equity bigwig Toby Clonsterford Booth, who last year took over the family firm from his late father, Lord Maxwell Clonsterford Booth, says Lady Arabella is absolutely right. The 37-year-old, who made his name from asset stripping and plundering public services for profit, says working people should consider stopping their Netflix subscriptions so that they have enough for a horrible-looking new build in the northern town of Leeds, for example. A bargain. Well, his words have been echoed by billionaire man of the people, petrochemical magnate Sir Remington Jackcliffe, who says the idea of leisure time is childlike, outdated and fantastical. He's tweeted that if you want to see your kids in the evening or go out at the weekend, you should expect to have to work evenings and weekends. He also has another solution for low-income families. Just keep working. He suggests until you're 79 or however long you people live these days. Well, some charities which represent poorer people have called the comments insulting, ignorant and incredibly unsympathetic. Those people are being told to shut up and fuck off. Back to you.
Thank you. What a lovely story. That's all from Broken News. You're up to date.
Thank you for all that. Once again, Larry and Paul, lowering our expectations, guys. Yeah, you really shouldn't expect so much. I mean, you just got to keep those expectations low. And I think, the reality is if you want to have a decent life, you need to work at least 3 jobs. You've got to work at least 60 plus hours. And if you can't hack it, well, grow a spine. That's the message from the millionaires and billionaires who have made it successful in life, guys. And they're telling you that you need to do the same thing if you want to get up there, guys. They're just being realistic, just being realistic about your situation. I think it's really, really important. So, guys, we talk about Donald Trump getting a recent award. We saw they're getting the Dementia Year Award, which is quite an extraordinary thing for him to get. But this really, I couldn't believe this story, guys. For how many of you are familiar with Captain Birdseye? I mean, I couldn't believe he got this award, guys. I couldn't be more happier for him. But I just had to share this, guys, because I think it's really, really important for you guys. So the inaugural FIFA Peas Prize has been awarded to Captain Birdseye. That's right, guys. FIFA awarded the Peas Prize to Captain Birdseye. And I think, considering how much he has done for the bird's eye industry, you know, as the captain of the brand, to be awarded the inaugural FIFA Peas Prize is such a prestigious thing. I will never eat peas until the day I die. But as for Captain Birdseye and for those pea lovers out there, I think this is a great day for all of them, and I think you guys should be extremely proud of Captain Birdseye to be getting this reward here, guys. So let's read into this lovely story. So the award was, FIFA was awarded its inaugural Peas Prize to Captain Birdseye. The award was introduced by FIFA's GIMP, Giovanni Infantino, are securing a deal for Captain Birdseye to supply peas for all corporate events hosted by the organisation. Oh, lovely. Mr. Infantino presented the award directly to Mr. Birdseye and thanked him for taking exceptional and extraordinary action for peas. As well as receiving a large golden trophy filled with golden peas, the captain was also given a medal on a chain of peas by Infantino before making a speech. He said, I'll be right to receive this, the highest honor in peas in the world. My peas are the greatest, the best. They are also enjoyed by tens of millions of people in the world, and I deserve this. Suck it, Waitrose, he added. Your peas be shite. I think Waitrose have lost out big time here, guys. Big time. Captain Birdseye has, over the course of the past year, increasingly lashed out at the Nobel Prize Committee for not awarding him the Nobel Peace Prize for his peas, with allies calling on the Swedish institution to introduce a special peace prize, especially for the captain. At the same ceremony, FIFA awarded their inaugural FIFA Peace Prize to Donald Trump's favourite prostitutes. He also got one there as well. Okay. Interesting there. But for Captain Birdseye, guys, I think this is a fantastic, couldn't be more happier for Captain Birdseye here to get the inaugural FIFA Peace Prize. You can put plenty of, you can't put enough peas into Captain Birdseye for what he has done, guys. It really is an incredible achievement indeed, and you could just tell from the imagery, guys, that wasn't AI imagery whatsoever, of just how happy the guy was. Couldn't have been more happier indeed there. But speaking of President Trump, guys, he's not been in a good mood lately. In fact, he's been in a, what shall I call it, a suing mood. Yeah, he's been in a suing mood, guys. And sometimes if you're not careful, you just might end up getting in the suing line. He's actually been suing literally everyone, and even like a homeless person will just get sued. It doesn't matter if you're a dog, you could get sued by him. This is Matt Green that breaks it down for us on Donald Trump literally suing everyone, and I mean everyone.
The scandal of the BBC editing a clip of Donald Trump to make it look like he was inciting an insurrection in a more concise way than he actually did, the President of the United States has announced that he's suing everybody in the United Kingdom for $1 trillion. Our toddlers, tantrums and trying it on correspondent Jonathan Goodenough has more. Yes, that's right, not content with threatening to sue the BBC, the President has gone further than ever before and threatened to sue anybody who's ever watched anything on the BBC, which basically means everybody in this country. Well, except teenagers, they're just on TikTok. They all watched CBeebies. Fair point. So what grounds is he citing? Well, Trump alleges that the British public have been insufficiently nice to him in his presidency and have made jokes about him in public and in private, which he doesn't think should be allowed, right? Further offences include getting a bad spray tan and then comparing yourself to him, painting anything orange and then laughing about it, anyone who's ever used the word Trump to mean fart, even before he was elected, playing golf at a course he doesn't own, using the words Jeffrey and Epstein in the same sentence, and anyone who's ever been involved in fox hunting. Well, that last one's a surprise. We suspect he might think it has something to do with Fox News. The statement then ends with a threat to everybody in the UK that if they don't immediately apologise, give him all of their money and sign a statement saying he's wonderful, he will impose tariffs on the country to make up the difference. But aren't tariffs basically paid by American consumers? Are you trying to get us into more trouble? Is this not another massive overreach from a deluded man who thinks he's king of the world or something? Well, that's certainly not how I would put it. Why not? Because I don't want to get sued. But just because you get sued doesn't mean you did anything wrong. Just like being impeached doesn't mean you were guilty of anything. Touché. So what's been the government's response? Keir Starmer said that he disagreed with Trump suing everybody, but did offer him another go around Windsor Castle in a golden carriage, if that would help. How about Nigel Farage? Well, he said that the British public have been biased against Donald Trump for too long and should apologise, but stopped short of agreeing that they should pay damages. Because that would include him too? Because that would include him too. So, what happens next? Actually, I'm just hearing that you're being sued by Donald Trump. For that king of the world thing you said a minute ago. What? He's also suing everybody who's watching this because they didn't turn off or switch to GB News immediately. Right, well, thank you, Jonathan. I'm not with him. Next up, as Rachel Reeves gives her strongest hint yet that taxes will rise in the budget, we ask, does it actually count as breaking a promise if nobody really believed you in the first place?
That is a good question. Will anyone believe him in the first place? I just got to say, guys, I've already prepared my lawyers for the inevitable suing from Donald Trump, and if you haven't prepared yours, all I can say is, well, haha, you really should have been better on it, guys. And if you're poor, well, and you've only got 2p, well, sorry, guys, you're going to have to give that 2 pence up because Donald Trump is coming to sue you because you looked at the BBC. It is sue-avention for sure from the Orange Tangerine, that's for sure. It just can't be helped, guys. Just can't be helped indeed. Well, guys, we got a couple more videos before we... plenty more videos to come, but we got one more very important story here from News Thump, guys. It really does help us understand just how, how on the ball, I do really mean on the ball that the people really are out there, guys. And you got to understand that sometimes you just don't always know what day it is. So maybe it's time we switch things up, So is today either Tuesday, Friday, or Sunday? Estimates Delirious Nation. Yes, this is a true story from News Thump, guys. So after much deliberation and debate, the confused people of the UK mutually agreed that today is either Tuesday, Friday, or Sunday. That's it, guys. We've had enough of Mondays, had enough of Wednesdays, had enough of Saturdays. Let's ditch them all and just call today Tuesday, Friday, or Sunday. Let's just do that. Because, we're getting... It makes it easier rather than there's this constant debate of just waking up every day and it's like, what day is it now? I can't remember. It's too confusing. It's just too confusing. Let's just call what day whatever we want it to be, guys. So, my guess is Friday, said the weary Simon Williams, unwrapping the final bounty in the celebrations tub. Although we're not 100% certain what day it is, we did manage to narrow it down to Tuesday, Friday or Sunday, and it's definitely not Wednesday. We think we're all in agreement there. There's general consensus that it doesn't feel very Wednesday to us. Yeah, I can get that feeling. I did hear some rumours from up north that it could actually be Monday, but those reports have been unconfirmed so far. Could it be Thursday? Look, I wouldn't rule anything out at this point. Thursday is a possibility that we've been considering. You know what? It's also true because, it depends what day of the day it could be that you're watching this video, because you could be watching this on Monday. You could be watching this on Tuesday. You could be watching this on Wednesday, on New Year's Eve. You could also be watching this on New Year's Day. Could be watching it on a Friday. Perhaps maybe you're watching this on a Saturday, or maybe even a Sunday. I honestly don't know what day you're watching it, because you could be watching it live when it premieres, or you could be watching it in 5 years' time. Who knows? But it could be any day. That's the weirdness about it all. I'm pretty sure that we haven't done New Year's Eve yet. Having said that, I did enter a dreamlike state last night, and I could have sworn Jules Holland appeared in my bedroom. George Harry Potter was there as well. Paul Willett was sitting at the end of my bed too. Personally, I think my mind was just playing tricks on me because I've eaten the cheese for 6 consecutive meals. That might have something to do with it, maybe. Surely if I'd already watched Hooden Nanny, I would have remembered it, right? Don't take my word for it, though. It could be February for all I know. Like I said, could be February by the time you guys see this video. Perhaps it will be, perhaps it not. But it's definitely a lot of food for thought. I think that's definitely a lot of food for thought. What do you guys honestly think? I think it's a lot. There's a lot there. I think it's very, very interesting indeed, for sure. Now, guys, I think now that we've actually somehow made it over half an hour, which is quite extraordinary here, I thought I'd play a bunch of clips from Twitter before we head to the end. I wasn't sure how long this video was going to go, but I wanted to give you guys a little something. So here's a bunch of videos that we're going to laugh at here because it's New Year's Eve, and I wanted to give you guys, like I said at the start of this video, a little something for you to smile about. So here is Tony Labidus impersonating Tucker Carlson's Christmas monologue here. Asking, is Christmas in the US gay? I'll let you guys decide.
So, Christmas is almost here, and it's a time to celebrate. It's a time to be happy and to spend quality time with your families. But what if I ask you if the U.S. government has deliberately turned Christmas gay? Sounds weird, right? But the U.S. government tells us every single year that we have to put up different colored lights. What is that? Different colored lights? I like lights. I have lights. But why do they have to be the colors of the rainbow, the colors of gay? Don't want to look at gay lights all day. Sorry. Don't want to look at them. And what about Santa Claus going around screaming ho, ho, ho every year? What is that? Does he not like women? Who I believe in impregnating a lot, by the way. Does he like to insult women? Or maybe it's just part of the U.S. government's insidious plan to turn all American women into OnlyFans ho-ho-hos. Which they don't do in Iran, by the way. I don't see them doing that in Russia. Russia! So who's more pro-Christmas? The United States or Iran? Or Russia? Russia! So if Christmas is becoming particularly gay in the United States, maybe it's time to celebrate it elsewhere. I don't know. Maybe somewhere where it's less gay, like Qatar. Qatar! Maybe we should celebrate Christmas in Qatar. By the way, this is not a promotion for Qatar. Although they do have a beautiful airline, like a really, really good airline. And I will be visiting there again very shortly to stay in my new property that I purchased there. Because I'm an American. I'm allowed to go wherever the hell I want. And I make no apologies for that. Maybe we need to replace the word Christmas with Quismas, Q for Qatar. Or Santa Claus with Santa Claus for Qatar. Qatar! And if after all of this you really think that there's nothing about the United States government that's gay on Christmas, or that Christmas in the United States is gay, maybe you're gay. Maybe you're a f***it.
Tony Lapidus there as a Tucker Carlson Christmas monologue. I'll let you be the judge of that, guys. I'll let you be the judge of that. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This one is an old one from last year, but I wanted to share this here. It's when Donald Trump and Elon broke up. Austin, that's ago. Remember this, guys. Poor Elon. Poor Elon.
Excuse me. One big beautiful bill? What the actual F, man?
Elon, it's not what it looks like.
Not cool. There is nothing beautiful about this bill. It's actually very ugly and bad.
I was going to tell you.
I put everything on the line for you. We're supposed to build a future together. I'm trying to save us money. $3 billion for a military parade. $1.5 billion for a 24/7 McDonald's food truck in the Oval Office, you fat fuck. $11 billion for a big emergency slide so you can slide from the White House to the Supreme Court? Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous.
Grow up, space boy. You're only mad because nobody wants to buy your little Teslas. Or maybe it's because your AI stinks and nobody wants
You
it.
only became president because of my donations, my money. I own you. I am supposed to be emperor.
You know, we had a very good relationship, you and I. Very good. Some might say the best. Choose your next words very wisely.
Fuck you,
space
you
boy.
Epstein Island hopping pervert. I loved you.
Get him out of here.
Poor Elon. Can't believe JD Vance there got involved. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is absolutely hilarious. It's got a bit of Caroline Levitt, but this guy, I don't know who he is, but it's absolutely hilarious, and I just wanted to share this with you guys.
I'm pregnant.
I'm repulsed.
I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that my baby is safe.
Like following doctor's guidelines?
Yeah, of course.
Are you taking Tylenol? Only if she wants her baby to have autism.
My baby will not be redacted.
And should you be getting Botox?
I'm all natural.
Natural asshole.
Plus, it's my body. It's my decision.
Just curious, who's the father?
An appropriately aged white man.
I guess it could be mine.
I am not the father.
And hopefully neither am I. We'll know if the baby's orange. And I hate how people keep talking about the Epstein hoax. They keep getting worse for you, sir. How? It says you had a baby with a and disposed of it in Lake Michigan. I guess I know where I'm taking Caroline in a few months. Pam Bondi said you had to deliver the full Epstein files in February. I gave her all the ones I saw. Your fucked up eye can't be an excuse for everything. This needs a distraction. What is it good for? I bombed ISIS in Nigeria. The people there said you hit the wrong place. That is highly possible. And now billboards are going up encouraging the military to only follow lawful orders? They already obey awful orders. Lawful! Oh, it's Mr. It Can Always Be Worse. Lock immigrants up by the thousands in warehouses. Germany had a name for those in World War II. And fire everyone at 60 minutes. Clean house. You're just awful. I can't take this anymore. Finally, you're losing faith in Trump? It's not that. It's not? I'm trying to listen to Nicki Minaj. I hate this.
I'm pregnant.
Nicki Minaj, man, she lost. She had to. It's absolutely true. I think she had to get off. She had to delete her Instagram, I think it was, or Twitter, because she lost so many followers from her support for Donald Trump. She lost a shit ton of followers. She actually deleted her account. I can't remember if it was Instagram or Twitter, but she had to delete her account because so many people were mad at her for getting political. Some people just should not go there, you know. Some people should not go there, but hey ho, guys, hey ho. This is I don't think I've ever shared this one with you guys. This one is from Michael Spicer here. The Room Next Door, exploring Africa, or as the senator said, exploiting Africa, is what he said there. Yeah.
With respect to technology,
movement towards green energy,
our movement towards green energy, we
deep
need
seabeds,
through our deep seabeds by ratifying the laws, the Sea Treaty, which looks to be
a challenge.
Based on current circumstances.
Move on to Africa.
Look to Africa, which is where the preponderance of these minerals are.
Public-private partnerships.
The public-private partnerships.
Expertise, standards.
And standards.
So that we can keep exploring.
So that we can keep exploiting. So that we can...
exploring.
Where we can get these minerals.
You just can't help any of them.
Let's just make sure he definitely said exploring there, didn't he?
And standards.
So that we can keep exploring.
So that we can keep exploiting. So that we can
exploring.
Where we can get these minerals.
He wasn't supposed to say the quiet part out loud! Oh! You're not supposed to tell everyone that you're actually exploiting them. Yeah, that wasn't very good. No wonder Michael Spicer lost it there. You weren't supposed to say the quiet part out loud. Yeah, jammy dodger. Well, what could possibly go wrong when we're listening to Maggie Reed taking questions from the president? I'm sure it could go perfectly fine, guys. Perfectly fine.
Donna, question over here. After that extremely embarrassing press conference that you just had with President Zelensky, it is clear once again that you are reading straight from Putin's playbook. So I gotta ask here, what is the leverage here? What does Putin have on you? Is it the Epstein files? Is it the PP tape? Or is it worse? It's worse, isn't it?
I think you could sit outside and have some food. Would you like to have some food, or do you consider that a bribe?
What? Sit outside and have some food? No. And yes, I would absolutely consider that a bribe. Listen, I'm just pretending to be a journalist here and ask the obvious questions that nobody else is.
And therefore you cannot write honestly, or therefore you have to write a bad story.
Well, you're already writing your own bad story, Krasnov. Anyways, back to you being a Russian asset and puppet.
Would you like something to eat at this time? Yes or no? You can speak.
No, I don't want anything to eat. Or do I need to say that in Russian for you to understand me? Niet.
Yes? Okay. Margot, take him outside. Tell the chef to serve him
Little lunch, okay?
Thank you, Press.
I don't want any food. What the fuck?
That should guarantee good stories, but it won't. They'll only get worse.
Okay, now you're openly admitting that you're trying to bribe the media by giving them food. You are a Russian asset. That guy gets it.
Fuck's sake. You gotta be bloody kidding me. Oh, bloody kidding me, this guy. This guy, I swear to God. Absolutely unbelievable, guys. He's just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. But I'll tell you what is unbelievable, guys. It's just, guys, there are some really smart people out there. Some really, really smart people. And nothing is more smarter than reform Russian voters out there, because they know exactly reform's policies, don't they? Of course they know how reform UK's policies are, right? Because if you ask them apart from immigration, they could tell you lots of great stuff about how great reform UK really are. Surely they can answer anything, because that's how smart they are.
Do you like my suit?
Unbelievable, fella. You've done well.
I'm all for Nigel Farage.
Give us a high five.
To right.
I'm a reform.
Same here. So what annoys me is that everyone thinks that reform are all about hating immigrants.
No, it's a load of rubbish.
But I think there's so much more to us than that.
Oh, most definitely. Of course there is. Of course there is.
What other reform policies do you like?
I mean, I can't name off the top of my head.
To be honest with you, I can't remember them all now.
Shall I help you out?
No. Give me a second.
What other reform policies do you like?
Spend more money on the NHS.
That's actually not one of our policies. So we want to cut public services by £150 billion.
Wow. Okay. It's quite a bold statement.
We need to put an end to free healthcare.
Yeah. Do you think so?
We need to protect the wealthiest.
Yes.
So we need to cut the taxes on things like private education, private healthcare.
Yeah.
Protect the billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Climate change is a myth.
Oh, right. Thank you for that.
So we need to put an end to net zero.
I don't really know too much about all that, but yeah.
I think we should ban protests altogether as well.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, people have the right to say what they want to say, but...
Just do it at home, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you like how Nigel supported Liz Truss's mini budget?
Yes.
100%. We support 0-hour contracts.
Yeah.
I don't like all this, like 1 week you're working, 1 week you're not.
Oh, well, that is actually a reform policy.
Yeah.
We want to protect the wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
We think it's a good idea to turn this country into a tax haven for the billionaires. That means not taxing their foreign income.
Well, you know, I think we should all pay our fair amount of tax.
Do you think those are all good ideas?
Oh, yeah, great ideas.
Yeah, see, absolutely. See, don't judge reform voters, guys. See, they know exactly what they're thinking. They know exactly what they're doing, guys. You know, that video in itself speaks volumes. Speaks volumes about the kind of people. You know, I really think so. You know, I really think so. You know, so yeah, I think you're all in agree with me that it definitely worked out pretty well there. Here. But I also want to just emphasize here some really important news, just in case anybody is thinking otherwise here. If you haven't been made aware, Donald Trump has been found alive. So this is really important news here. Just wanted to remind you guys of this. You can find this every single day. You can click this video here to remind yourself, guys, until it's no longer a reality.
Breaking news. It is with great sadness that we report that Donald Trump has been found alive at his Mar-a-Lago home. Now we prepare for another day of the orange taint fucking up everything in this country. But don't give up hope. There's always a chance in tomorrow's obituaries.
There's always a chance, guys. There is always that chance. So anyway, it's satire, so don't take it so seriously there. And of course, we saw a little bit of Caroline Levitt and some of her famous ones, but I thought I'd bring back one of her old ones here. Here is an old one from Caroline Levitt and her lovely press briefings, because you can't go wrong with these press briefings, guys. It's very, very important indeed.
How much taxpayer money was used to build the makeup studio for Pete Hegseth?
Yes, okay, you people are obsessed with Pete Hegseth. First it's the group chat, now it's a makeup studio. Guys, do you want him to look good or not? Are you with the people in the Pentagon who wanted to leak and like betray their leader? We're not with traitors. We don't like snitches. What do they get, Caitlin? You should know, you've probably been to jail. Stitches. That's right. And do you what people not do? I thought you people like gender affirming care. Huh? I thought you people were all about men wearing makeup. Isn't that the thing that you liberals do? Pick a lane. Sure.
Any updates on the Ukraine J.D. Vance peace treaty deal?
Okay, now, yes, also, yes, thank you for asking that. No, Pete, not Pete Hegseth, we're done with him. No, we're not. He is very much strongly being held with President Trump's apps. No, J.D. Vance did propose a peace deal for Ukraine that's actually quite good. The liberal media would like to make us think that it is very Russian forward, but it's not. If anything, Joe Biden is the one who betrayed the American people by giving the Ukrainians so much money. Do you want to know what he said? Former weak president Joe Biden, the plan for him, he said, I put your hand up on my hip when I crane Ukraine, we crane. That's not a war plan. That's not a peace treaty. That's barely song lyrics. Sure.
Kilmer Abrego Garcia's wife's house was doxxed. Are you guys doing anything
Yes,
about that?
Okay. Thank you for asking that, Washington Post. Absolutely. Yes, apparently, Abrego Pedro Pascal's wife's house was doxxed. I'm sorry, you don't see us complaining that everyone knows where President Trump lives. And so, if he wasn't a gang member, then why would they care if we know where Abrego Luis Miguel's wife lives? Riddle me that, okay? But yes, we are going to be installing 2 big flagpoles on the White House property of real estate developer at heart. President Trump looks forward to unveiling those soon.
Yep, I'm looking forward to that. All that very, very soon. Oh, these are very fascinating indeed. Caroline Levitt, of course, with the absolutely unbelievable stuff there, guys. It really, really is there. You know, it's just you really do love her. You know, it never ends, guys. It just never ends. Unfortunately, guys, we are coming near to the end of the show, but don't worry, guys. I've got one last funny video for us. I have played this one in the past for you guys, but I enjoyed this one so much, but I just wanted to play it just one more time if I can find it here. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Before I play that here, I need to remind you guys, just remember to protect. If you are a shopkeeper, guys, if you are a shopkeeper, please look out for raccoons breaking into your store, because they will be going after the liquor. Never mind the drunks. Please keep your eye out for these people. They have been causing ravage across the United States, and there are rumors that they could be coming to the UK to do the same thing. If this raccoon could do it, who else could be responsible? I cannot stress this enough, guys. Just don't leave your shop unsupervised with liquor, or we could end up with a raccoon in your shop very, very soon. No, this video was not AI generated, even though it says under the video that the video is AI generated. Raccoons could be coming to after you very, very soon. Just please be careful, guys. I cannot stress stress this enough. It's really important information that I wanted to share with you guys there, and for some reason I cannot seem to find the video that I wanted to share with you guys, the last video that I wanted to share for you guys, because it's decided to disappear from my feed for some weird reason here, and I'm still scrolling, and I hope I find it, but if I don't find it, I guess I can't share it with you guys, which is very, very sad. It makes me very, very sad that the video I wanted to share with you guys is not here, unless it pops up any moment here. It doesn't look like it's gonna pop up any moment here as I'm scrolling down. And yes, I'm sorry for dragging this out, but I did found it. Yes, I found it. That's very, very good. Okay, this is the last video of the Happy New Year's Eve show. I can't believe we actually I thought that we were going to go longer, but I guess this is the last one here. I played this one. This is probably the third time I played it played it to you guys, but I think You know, considering how important this is, it's really important to emphasize just how important it is to tax the poor. You know, when you got the likes of Zach Polanski and their evil green ideas, thank God we've got people like this standing up for the billionaires and billionaires, you guys.
There used to be loads of billionaires in Britain, but thanks to the disgraceful anti-billionaire sentiment peddled by the likes of Zach Polanski and the plant pervs in the Green Party, billionaires are being forced from their homes. And when I say homes, I mean each billionaire owns multiple properties. So one billionaire on average is having to flee between 7 and 8 homes. Most people fleeing persecution will have to leave just one home. So billionaires on average are experiencing between 7, 8, sometimes 23 times more persecution than some twat in a war zone. The Green Party won't tell you that. This street used to be teeming with billionaires. Look now, absolutely not a soul. Total shithole. Open any newspaper in this country and then put it down and go to the Green Party's social media page, and you will find the most shocking language being used to describe the vulnerable rich.
How can you make some of the hardest working people who haven't had a pay rise in years pay extra tax and allow multimillionaires and billionaires to continue not paying capital gains?
They're not just millionaires and billionaires, Mr. Podansky. They're people who contribute to society. Sure, it's not this society, it's places like Monaco and the British Virgin Islands, but let's not split hairs. There used to be a 13-room mansion here, but after all of Pomansky's rhetoric, the billionaire has clearly picked up every single brick, stuck it into a Samsonite Quadrix 4-wheelie case, and left the country. Now it's a car park. Just yesterday, 3 billionaires risked their lives on a small boat. Yes, the boat had a private chef and a small crew, and it was moored in a cove just off the coast of Barbados. But still, there are sharks there. Someone could have been eaten. So how do we stop Mr. Pazimski from doing untold damage to the billionaire wealth creators in this country? Tax the rich? Well, we've got a better idea. Continue to tax the poor. Donate now. Calls cost £1.50 unless you're a billionaire, in which case you don't have to pay anything. Don't worry about it.
Well, there you go, guys. Tax the poor. That is the story of the year of 2025, without a shadow of a doubt. Indeedly do. If you have come to the end of this video, I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you who has supported me, supported this channel since it started. Those who have new have come along the way. Those who have joined and subscribed this year. Those who were there at the start. Those who have whether it is liked, left a comment, shared this channel, whether it's given a super chat, whether it has become a YouTube member, in any way, shape or form. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. As for 2026, you know, the work continues, the grind continues. As for goals, I suppose 3,000 subscribers is a realistic goal for the channel. If we can get there, that would be great, but we'll have to wait and see. But I really do appreciate each and every one of you supporting the work that I do, and I just wanted to put a little something together for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed today's little show. I really wish you and all your friends and families a happy new year, and I hope 2026 is a good year for you and for all your friends and family. Thank you guys again for all the love and support. But just before I go, I just have one last thing to say, that if you haven't already, please hit that like button, share this across social media, subscribe if you haven't already. Do check out the links in the description for other, not just other great YouTubers, but also across other different social medias. Like I said, if you want to donate while I'm currently demonetized, you can buy me a coffee or join the Patreon on those 2 platforms. And you can also follow me on other social medias, Instagram, Threads, Blue Skies, all those different lots. They're all down in the description. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon. Happy New Year, everyone.